right? Zelda has to step back, has to set up a lot more in the corner, and has to hope for her opponent plays into her. If you're Mega Man, you get one pellet, you're winning. He has no reason to play into you. So you need a character who can actually keep up with this character and get the lead early on. If there's any character that can do that, it's Fox.
Yeah. Thank you for the explanation, Momo.
You're welcome.
I just wanted you to sound really smart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway.
Nicest grandma you ever met.
Huh? Yo, you gotta stop on my age. I am not that old. You are
I
making
am
me.
starting an agenda.
Please stop starting this agenda. Anyway, like you said, it is going to be Aloe kind of trying to fight as close quarters as possible here. But the thing is, MPG has always had this kind of knack for spacing, right? Dropping down very low with the Firefox. I'm a little concerned here. The dash attack trying to pick it up, but still Aloe. I like his moxie here in this set, right? Really getting up in MPG's kind of grill and then saying, you know what are you going to do out of shield? I'm not afraid.
Nice back air out of the shield there as well. MPG looking to find more damage here. Metal Blade in hand. Looking to set up again. Here comes the forward air. Not going to do that just yet. 1 or 2 though. A lot of rage on this Fox. Of course, stock as early as he can. MPG doing a really good job of keeping, again, forward his advantage here. Looking to keep him just a wall of either projectiles or just arrows in general. Comes to down air. And I will say, fun fact. You know why MPG is using down air so much? Mega Man down air is one of the only aerials in the game that is positive on shield. It's +4 on shield, if you spice it correctly, which is bananas, by the way.
Insane. Still though, it is going to be Aloe trying to find a way in here. I like the chip damage with the lasers, but MPG, quite literally to the song, it is his world right now, and it's so hard for Fox to try and like get back here. You have to be able to find your finishers, and I love the nair into the dash attack, but MPG is going to press the eject button a lot, but going to be able to thread the needle, find the up smash, and now Aloe going to bring it back, only 50% down.
Yeah, very good stuff there. Aloe looking to find his way back in the game again. Like I mentioned earlier, right, if you're Mega Man, you're MPG, if you are winning, if you're up even just 1%, you have absolutely no reason to ever approach your opponent. MPG doing a really good job of playing a defensive game, forcing Aloe into a really awkward position here, playing under the platform. Even if you're Fox, right, you have to run in there and find it eventually, but those pellets are going to put a stop to anyone's path, unless you want to pull out Reflector. And even then, that's a big if.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the back air, and now it is all Aloe. Now you're kind of stuck on the ledge here. The shield wars into the up smash, and now it's going to be MPG taking a little bit of a lead here, is up a full stock, and you know, we talked about how Fox's speed can definitely help us in this matchup, but I think that works out with a lot of like characters, but it's got to work versus MPG in particular, and MPG is just saying no.
Definitely, we're seeing here good punish there from Aloe, catching his shielding at ledge. Aloe's, of course, been doing a decent job of, again, finding his openings in general, but it's the fact that MPG's set up under the platform. He's doing a really good job, again, forcing Aloe to approach him under the platform, and as Fox, you can probably most of your damage jumping in sort of with nair, with forward air, and if you're just sitting on the platform, you can't do as much. Even on ledge, finally, Aloe, when you give him the time, when you finally give him the opportunity to catch MPG, catch him lacking without that ceiling to cover him, he has completely full reign to get back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, though, Aloe doing a great job not taking too much damage on his final stock of this game number 1. And can you believe it? It is still game number 1 here after what has been a very quick 3 sets. I figured we would be slowing it down very, very soon, but it's what MPG does, slows it down. He truly is a tempo maker here. Finds the back air, going for the saw blade, but instead finds the leaf shield. Misgrab, though, is going to allow for Aloe to try and line up to get something started, but MPG still just backwards, throwing out stuff, but, I mean, the very aggressive slide-in is going to be punished here.
I feel like every stock is started here exactly the same. MPG being up 50%, dropping from that Angel platform, saying, okay, take that Crash Bomb, take these pellets, I'm taking this lead back, and you're going to earn that damage. Floating, fading in and out again between the 2 small battlefield platforms, looking unstoppable. Aloe finally getting it back to ledge is where he's found almost all of his damage when MPG's off stage on the ledge, forced to jump back in. And when a character jumps in on Fox, you know he has the frame data to catch them and find so much damage when the opportunity arises.
I have to say, Joey really does well in this neutral. He doesn't really crack too easily. I think he does a really good job of just taking that minimal damage, but the problem is you're first Mega Man, and you're also Fox. You're going to try and just level out to side special, get back to stage as fast as possible. That is going to be MPG, placing that down air like you talked about, Momo, just oh so perfectly to get that game number 1.
I will say that Aloe, despite all that happened in the last game, definitely kept a pretty cool head. If there's anything MPG did really, really well, of course, is playing to his strengths of not just playing his Mega Man game of playing the patient game, but taking it to small battlefield, sitting on the platform saying, okay, I know Fox is going to find 99% of this damage when he can short hop in and find an air. If I'm sitting on the platform, he can't do that unless he does it absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
So if you're Allo, you definitely don't want to be playing. I mean, this stage is completely fine because the fact is simply Mega Man under the platform just makes it so much harder to find your damage. If you're Allo, you gotta get in there and find the lead as soon as possible. Because once MPG gets the lead, it's gonna be so much harder to deal with the snowball that comes right afterwards.
I think Allo is taking a page out of the MPG book. We're seeing a little bit more lasers this game. We're seeing a little bit more of that patient play, and then Allo doing what he does really well with Fox, finding the opening and then letting off. Beautiful up tilt to catch into the forward air. And now it is all MPG here stuck on the ledge. Like you talked about, that down air definitely does help, but it's going to be the dash attack into the up smash. Doesn't do anything just yet, but definitely Allo has gained so much more control in the past 50 seconds than we saw in the entirety of game number 1.
Yeah, I'm loving this. Allo's saying, okay, you know what? You like the platform so much, you don't get them anymore. These platforms are now mine. Fox under the platform, I'm going to backing at you until my heart's content. And now MPG forced into a little bit of a scramble situation. And again, now Mega Man uphill is definitely going to be a much more of a struggle, considering that now Allo in the lead has no reason to run into this character. Of course, you got to remember that Fox's lackluster recovery, if there's any character to game him out there and take the stock relatively early, it's going to be Mega Man. I mean, we're seeing MPG finally turning back up here, finding more damage as Fox jumping back in and going to find the Saw Blade into the up tilt. Not yet the Yoinky Spelunky, but we're on the cusp of that right there.
I've been watching a lot of Peeb lately. I've had the pleasure of casting Peebnut a lot over the past month and a half. So anytime I've seen up tilt, I'm always going to think of one of the goats of this character. But MPG also a goat of this character in his right too, right? I mean, definitely a #1 in Philly for a little bit. Had a really, really strong record. Rapid jab on shield is going to be punished with the forward air. And I love how MPG always prioritizes claiming neutral in his own way. Finds the hit with the forward air and then recognizes, you know what, maybe I don't know exactly what you're going to do out of shield here, so I'm going to back up and I'm going to do what Mega Man does best and pull these projectiles, pull these pellets so I can still be a little bit aggressive with my damage, but still keeping myself safe enough. The Crash Bomb not going to be enough for Allo to line up, get the reversal, but MPG still, believe it or not, in the lead right now. I mean, Allo is finding these jumps. He needs to find a lot to take this stock.
Nice up airs coming out, looking to take a stock here. Accentuate this damage. Again, MPG putting himself back on the platform and Allo punishing him very, very well. Here comes a get-up attack, just barely going through there. Moving at, again, the short hop near into a disengage. Gonna find that up smash. Allo taking that lead back. Only up by 98%, but definitely going to be a big difference maker coming back into this. And again, the empty hops have been so pivotal so far.
Not only the empty hops, Momo, but the transfer there on the Crash Bomb. Very smart, right? That's what you definitely need to do. But leave shield, and there we go. I love the way that Allo now fighting from below the ledge onto down air and actually beating it out. And there we have back on stage. And keeping this rage, especially now, is super important here. Like you were talking about, the platform is such a key place in this matchup. The F smash not going to connect. I want to see Allo get a little bit tricky with how he recovers here, covering a little bit low, but MPG doing what MPG does, just a solid edge guard. Finds the transfer once again on the Crash Bomb here. I want to see Allo keep him in the corner, and like you said, Momo, Allo gets a lot of his mileage right here, but has to find a way to keep it going. There's the forward air, but look at this, landing into the up smash. Not going to be able to find it. No rage on it just yet. And now we have to keep ourselves calm here. Finds the forward throw, and this advantage on the ledge is going coast to coast.
Finds a grab there, worthwhile catching. MPG rolling in. Allo's been demanding this advantage. You're going to finally find that up smash, and man, that entire last minute and a half of the game, Allo just owned the ground game, recognizing, again, putting MPG into that nervous little scramble, right?
Yeah.
Coming back on from ledge, tried to jump on, tried to get up attack, whatever. A character like Fox is so quick, able to react basically to anything you throw out there, all up to the player, and Allo is fully toned into the game right now. Recognizing MPG whenever he jumps in, looking for a Crash Bomb, looking for any sort of shenanigans. We saw it twice there in that game where he had the empty hops in and transfer the Crash Bomb. Just finding his small little interactions like that are huge for turning the tide back into his favor. And now looking at MPG looking a lot more aggressive going into this game 3, definitely trying to turn the tides back in his favor.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is going to be 1-1 now, and now it is all up to the adaptation here, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing from MPG, right? Like we said, a tempo maker in his own right, and that is going to be the perfect stock that starts us off in this game. Number 3 here, but honestly, Allo definitely has time to bring it back unless the Saw Blade's gonna connect. finds the up air, and now Aloe is in such a precarious situation. The slide doesn't prop up, but Joey needs to get back at that center stage or even find a reversal here. Definitely playing a little bit of a big personality right now, but we got to be a little bit more than that. You got to find a way to get some damage on this guy.
It's looking a little tragic in this game 3 here. I mean, MPG's been doing a good job, again, of getting the damage finally early on here in this game. We're seeing Aloe, of course, fighting right back, running 13% on that platform like it's nothing. Oh, again, fading back there with the forward air. Now we're seeing a lot more of that forward damage for MPG, not really focusing too much on setup, just saying, okay, I need to take this lead, I need to find as much damage as possible, and I need to hold it. Like, there's absolutely no other.
Honestly, I have to kind of talk about it. The what was it? Up tilt into down air? That was a little crispy. And Aloe going to be able to find this stock here. Now MPG going to try and fire back. I love the way that MPG I feel like MPG puts you in a box and is surrounding you one way with pellets and then jumps around you and is still having you in disadvantage with the back air. For a character like Fox, who doesn't have too many escapes from things, doesn't have too many like places to go, it can be very scary, but I love how Aloe is handling that type of pressure, saying, you know what, you can put me in a box, I won't crack just yet.
Yeah, it's definitely the thing. It's like Aloe's doing a good job of fighting his way out of these corners. MPG's, of course, been trying to utilize either the Leaf Shield, the Metal Blade to keep him at bay, but Aloe been doing a good job of playing patiently, not really just focusing too much on damage, getting in first and then focusing on finding damage. Not really just flow charting or going for those up airs or the dash attacks and the nairs, but actually waiting to find the opportunity from Mega Man. Of course, on the other side of things, MPG's doing a really good job of finding a lot of damage on these platforms, right? We're setting up time and time again. Here we go once more. Is the small damage over time, any lead from Mega Man is huge. Anything, even 1% is big.
Yeah. Okay, Joey, beautiful patience. I think when it comes to Smash in general, how good your Fox is really kind of shows how much like discipline you have as a player, right? This character can have a very high margin for just absolutely getting blown up. You are a fast faller here. So honestly, I commend Joey for playing so patient, but MPG going to be able to find the first back air. It's not going to be enough just yet. The down air not going to be able to find it either, but you are jumping from ledge. You are Fox. You are going to eat that Mega Man forward air.
Yeah, it's going to be tough there. MPG taking that game through. It also means if we end up going to a Game 5, he has this stage counter pick. If we end up going to Game 5, I mean, we'll be going to small battlefield the entire set, so might not be necessary, but like, hey, if you need it, it's there.
We've seen only PS2 so far, so it's it was only a matter of time before we hit small battlefield.
Woo! Gotta love double plats. Yes.
Listen, this could be a lot worse on a stage like Pokemon Stadium 2, especially with Mega Man just having a wider stage. So I actually think this stage forces MPG to play a little aggressive. It still can kind of reward him by having that platform to kind of sit below, right? But I think the time that MPG spends below platform is a lot less than what it could be.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely. We're seeing here MPG's, like we saw in last game, right, as opposed to game 2, it's like he has to earn that lead. He has to get back and play the aggressive game, and finally when he takes that first stock, then he finally slows down a little bit. And even then, he finds those, going for the Reese's lifetime there, has to actually find those extensions and keep the lead in his hands. Again, a small stage like this, Aloe, the second he finds a good hit with Fox, he can take the lead right back in his hands before he even realizes it.
Yeah, absolutely. Down there not going to be able to connect here. Now Aloe's still stuck in the corner, but MPG rarely missing a tech here. Going to be able to lead us into a platform finisher. Not going to be enough, though, to take the stock, but it's definitely looking a lot more even, at least for the moment here, as MPG going to style on Aloe for that Saw Blade drop into the up smash. Now let's see if Aloe's going to be able to thread the needle and get a stock of his own, but instead just Rapid Jab to set us off.
Oh, looking to make his way back on, just barely hanging on here. MPG looking to make it back 124. Aloe jab checking that shield, waiting for an aggressive option, but MPG holding strong, holding stern. Here comes the Leaf Shield again. Nice reflector from Aloe, again, keeping it back, forcing him into such an awkward position here at ledge. Fourth throw coming out as well. 141, almost max reach here on this Mega Man, but Aloe gonna find it there with that back group. Very, very clean stuff here from Aloe, even at a deficit. Really good job of keeping MPG in a very precarious situation.
Yeah. Still, though, it's so close, even when I feel like MPG's in the lead, I always feel like Fox just like loses and all of a sudden he wins, right? And especially in a combo like this. I love just the single laser there. Footstool too. Oh my goodness, Joey finding the landing nair. I love it. It shows to show how much control Aloe has right now, right? How many players would think to footstool right there? Probably not too many. There's the down air into the up smash. Not going to be able to find the mark all the way. But I have to say, Aloe, from someone who was, you know, having a really kind of off start, has brought this back extremely well.
A fantastic stuff from Al, keeping this composed straight to the chest. Of course, MPG can do a really good job of catching those aerial first. Every single time Al's tried to recover higher and jump in, MPG's been on it like White on Race, doing a really good job. There's the back air into the crash bomb as well. Just not going to find that down air just yet. Just barely rolling in there. Ali just still hanging on. MPG, man, just staying super composed here, having to play patient and catching that jump out again with that back air. MPG just one stock away from sending Aloe down here to losers.
So close. The back air not going to be enough here. But I love the nairs from Aloe. They're so well placed. Light hit that one. MPG, beautiful air dodge. The down air not going to connect, but there is the leaf shield. Okay, good techs from both players here on this side. We're going to be able to make it back to stage, but look at how much damage MPG has. Honestly, anything from Fox could do in here, landing back air, but that's a lot of rage for MPG to have. But here we go, trying to get a little bit of the tricks going with the saw blade into the up air, and now it's all Aloe. You have to get this stock down because you're starting to get into that drop zone back air range. That's not going to be too good if you're on the ledge.
Yeah, Aloe needs to stock yesterday. He needs to the ledge once more. Going to two-frame there with the down tilt. Border coming out as well, looking for the downer, just barely powering through there. MPG just trying to take stock any way he can. The backer might just do it, and it will with all that rage. MPG going to take it 3-1 over Aloe. Very well-fought battle from Aloe, but man, MPG, when times are tough, played close to the knuckle, played it very, very well. Played around the platforms very, very well. Caught those jump ins consistently from Fox. Played to the one singular win condition that Fox holds close to him the strongest, being the jump on game from jumping in, whether it's from Nair, whether it's coming back from ledge to get back into the game. He caught out those jumps consistently every single time. And that's what won in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, really good stuff from MPG. He is just the tried and true Mega Man of Philly. He's been focusing on his studies as he should. So it's nice to see him back here. But I have to say, a very first quick 4 matches of top 8. 3 1s and 3 0s. We're kind of getting it cooking here. It's good to see everybody still awake. I mean, this bracket started, I believe, at 2 p.m. So, you know, it's been a long day. It's already almost 10:30, so our competitors have been playing all day. Okay, we started at 3:30. That doesn't change anything. It's still been 7 hours.
It's still going to be like an 8-hour
for
bracket
some of you guys. So
we got El Clasico coming up, by the way.
Oh, is this the Bonk B set? Of course it is.
Clasico, Beard MK stepping on versus Beast. I'm calling him
Beard
MK.
MK is
Beard
crazy.
MK is so good.
Yo,
I gotta say, I'm making fun of it, but